up guys, it's Shadow here and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. Right, last time we set up our 3 big balls of hydrogen over here, which slowly are gonna be filled, but this might take a while and I'm not a very patient man. So, we're probably just gonna increase our production a little bit. Let's just get ourselves a generator out here, and we're just gonna smack a second generator in here. We might also put some more hydrogen, not hydrogen, oxygen tanks all over the place, because then we can store even more of that ice in gaseous form, which is probably a good idea. And then, since now we are basically constantly using our generators here, we might want to increase our energy gain during the day even more, potentially. There we go. This one is also now producing, which is nice. But I might add some more of these, because they're still probably filling this up in a way too slow fashion. Although it's doing quite a good job at the moment, but yeah. But anyway, more energy was an idea that I had anyhow. And I kind of want to try working at that. And mainly, we're going to do this by extending our thing here, our platform, a bit. And when I say a bit, I mean quite a lot, actually. I'm going to take quite a bunch of steel plates. And I'm going to try and expand it up the hill. And by hill, I mean this hill. Because up here I want to have a some sort of solar platform that is hopefully gonna gain us a lot of more solar power. Right, so let us start the ascent. I'm gonna do it by... I'm gonna try doing it in this way with these blocks. I'm just gonna have to see if, you know, if it's not... if it's steep enough, or, if the hill is too steep to ascend like that, but we'll see. But I think that's... okay. Maybe not perfect. Shouldn't judge too early here, but pretty decent. I think if we start like 2 or 3 blocks earlier, we might be able to get there. So we'll start here, because I want this to look, you know, kind of smooth. Because the other base that I had, as useful as it was kind of like just slapped together haphazardly, everything on top of each other. And, you know, kind of at least want to try and make the space look a little bit more habitable. Although for that I will have to do something else in the future, which is cobble together some sort of living area. I had that too on the other base, to be fair, but, you know, just trying to make it a little bit more nice. Also, I think I'm gonna cheat a little bit by just removing a tiny bit of stone here, just to pop this out a bit. And then, how far up do we go here? Let's see. I think we need at least one more, because we'll have to have a... well, I think we need more if we want to do this properly. I'm also kind of thinking about, you know, if I don't think if the base is actually big enough for it, but it would be kind of funny to have like a little vehicle to ride around in the base on these ways here, but I think they would have to be a lot bigger for that. But yeah, we'll see. So, now I think I have enough space, like so. This is the upper platform, and then it's basically going up here. And then up here is going to be the solar platform. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of steel that's going to go down the drain here, as you might be able to tell. And now that I'm thinking of it, I might want to do this like this, right? This will make it even more crazy resource-wise, but it's fine, I think. Right? Yeah. Actually, you know what? It's probably quicker if I do it this way. And then once we go into the stone, we don't have to care about the lower part because you won't see it anyway. But yeah, something like that. That will look pretty decent. Yeah, today is going to be mainly construction, I would say. So we'll try to get this out of the way as quickly as we can. Also, I think I'm gonna weld these parts here first, because depending on what we build around these, we might not be having access to those that much anymore once we build anything. So I'm gonna weld these first before we put the other elements around them. Especially the middle one is going to be a problem if I encase it completely, so that's what we're going to do first. So yeah. Actually, let's just weld the middle one for now, because yeah, that's the problem then in the end. That's the one I won't be able to reach because it's completely encased from every side. So let's just do that. All the while, our hydrogen is increasing, and hopefully soon enough, we'll be able to do a little test drive with our ship here, just to see if it kind of works at least, or how quickly it burns through that hydrogen. Because I'm very bad at gauging in general, hydrogen, or generally power systems, how much reactors something needs. I'm fairly bad at that. That's something that I really suck at, so I always have to kind of test drive it to see if it actually works like that, or if it's realistic to do something in that way. So yeah, okay. Gonna weld that real quick. Now let's start putting on all these. First from below. That's the last one we need, and then from above again, just like so. And yeah, that looks quite decent. Maybe, okay, maybe that stone has to go. That looks a bit ugly. I was kind of afraid of that, but yeah. Break some eggs and something, right? If you want to do stuff, I suppose. Still annoying that it happens, but sometimes shit like that just happens. Oh! Damn it. Is there another piece floating? No, that was just a particle effect. Okay, good. Okay, now let's get right these here. Yep, like so. That's all we need. I could probably put a solar platform up there as well, but I'm not quite sure how effective it would be and if it would be covered by one of the others. But I could technically do that, I guess. If I Let's see, if I put one there and another one up here, these two shouldn't really interfere with each other. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe this is like our intermediate goal up there. And then the end goal would be the one right on the top. But yeah, let's start small, shall we? But also, we'll probably start making a ton more steel plates because we'll need them. Yeah, we're down to 620 or something, so let's make 5,000 more. Let's also put you in here. You should get hovered up by the refineries any day now, so that's good. Oh, perfect. Good thing that these slopes are a lot quicker during welding because they require a lot less material, but still. Oh, this is gonna take ages. Gonna take ages, for sure. Let's see. Steel. Do have a few more ready to go here, but we need a lot more. We might want to increase our industry as well, because right now production is not quite keeping up with our demand, which is awkward. So we might want to get some more, like one assembler more or something, because I think it's the assembler that's the problem, not necessarily the refineries. There we go. Right at the top. Then we'll do the ones below. It's just so we have one lane finished, so to speak. Yeah. Alright, while we'll build this thing. I actually have played an interesting game recently. It's not a new game per se. I think it's been out a while now. It's called Inscription. It's like a deck building card game, and it's pretty freaking good. And it's a lot more content, I'll say, than I expected it to have. It's pretty sweet. I mean, there's like several different games rolled into one almost, and at the beginning you don't even know, and you basically stumble into that stuff. It's pretty fun. But yeah, just to right now, I'm actually through the game, and I'm playing like the challenge mode, which is just like, let's say, Act 1 of the game over and over again. Just a basic deck building game, which is really fun. I do really like these deck building games, you know, like Monster Train, for example, as well. There's a lot of like board games that work in that fashion. I really dig those games. There's just something about deck building games that are like, maybe it's the replayability. Especially, you know, with deck building games that have a lot of like randomized encounters and opportunities to get cards and stuff like that. That is really endearing to me. But to be honest, the game I'm waiting for at the moment the most, well, the game I say, it's an update slash accompanied with DLCs probably, is the Immortal Empires update for Total War Hammer 3, and it's supposed to come out in August, which that's gonna be amazing. I hope. It's probably gonna be full of bugs at first, as it always is, and it's probably gonna be imbalanced, but I'm just looking forward to that thing like crazy. But first I'll actually have the first 2 weeks of August I'm actually going to be gone. I'm going to be first in Germany, in Wacken Open Air, and then I'm going to be like a week in Sweden. Basically, it's going to be the, technically, my wife and my honeymoon, technically. Because, you know, our wedding back in the day, it's already sounding like it's so long ago. It was basically at the start of Corona. And basically our weddings festivities were on the edge, on the cusp of restrictions, so that we could do, but then travel was not an option, and now we're basically getting around to that. So yeah, I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna have as much videos lined up for these 2 weeks as I normally do when I'm away, because 2 weeks is a lot of content to fill. If I can get time to pre-record that much, I might. But otherwise it will be a bit reduced during that time. You know, having a break every once in a while is probably also a good idea. But yeah, I kind of hope that, like, perfect it would be if the Immortal Empire releases just as I get back. That would be amazing. 2 weeks holiday, then getting back, getting a new, basically game mode free on top of my game that I already love playing. Well, in theory I love playing Total Warhammer 2. The Total Warhammer 3 at the moment I do not play because it doesn't have that all-encompassing world mode, so to speak. So yeah, I really hope it's gonna be great. I kind of have the feeling it's gonna be, but we'll see. There's a lot of videos going around at the moment of like beta testing and stuff like that. There's some ridiculous stuff going around, like being able to solo an entire army of the enemy with one character because they have done something with spells that is ridiculous, that they definitely should revert or find a way around it because it's ridiculous. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Also, right now I'm actually I'm playing another fun game with some friends of mine, Ready or Not, which is like a tactical shooter. Basically, you're a SWAT team and you have to enter into different scenarios and basically take control of these scenarios. And the thing about that shooter, of course, is that depending on the game mode you play, you have very strict rules of engagement. So on the strictest mode, you really just, you cannot or you shouldn't shoot people who are not threatening to you. So if somebody doesn't shoot at you, you don't shoot, otherwise you get penalized heavily. And it's actually really fun if you play it with 4 players. That it gets really chaotic, people throwing flashbangs over the place, but it's also really fun, especially with 4 people. You know, if you're kind of coordinating in a team, it's a really fun game. It's early access at the moment, so there's a lot of stuff still in there that I would say are a bit awkward. Like when you select a mission, it could be a bit more descriptive about what that mission does or what the situation is, because you know there's some very elementary choices in gear that you bring. You know, should I bring like night vision goggles? Well, if you don't know the mission is at night, well, you just have to guess based on the mission description. Sometimes it says it's a nighttime raid, doesn't say it all the time. And it's also kind of weird sequence-wise that you basically select your gear at a different time than you do the mission. In my opinion, and you should be able to select gear after you chose the mission, because to me that makes it's a logical sequence. But at the moment they're like 2 separate points that you have to do separately of each other. It's really strange. But yeah, then again, early access game, that's what early access games are oftentimes. Just an assembly of interesting concepts, loosely stringed together. But to be fair, I really enjoy playing it. It's quite difficult because it's not your like Call of Duty kind of damage system, you know, when you get hit and then you wait a few seconds and you're fine again. No, sometimes you just damage lingers. For one, it just stays on you. There's no way to heal as far as I've seen. Maybe in the future there might be with like medkits, I don't know. But yeah, damage stays on you, and depending on what is damaged, it makes your game a lot harder. You know, if your legs are damaged, you cannot kick indoors. If both of your arms are damaged, as we found out, you cannot shoot anymore, which basically makes you an absolute useless piece of meat on the battlefield, which was kind of funny actually when it happened the first time. But yeah, and also sometimes if you're not careful, you just get one shot. You just get killed if you're, you know, stick your head up and just don't pay attention, and boom, you're dead. Also, I don't know, it really kind of speaks to me, that game, because maybe it is not just like run and gun and, you know, being quick well, you do have to have quick reactions, but being tactical about stuff is a lot more important in my opinion, which is nice. So there we go. That's nice. Obviously, we'll have to pull up the conveyor system up to there, which is awkward, but we'll have to do it. So let's get it going. We'll get some interior plates, and while we're here, we'll also need, I think I'll prioritize this for now. We'll need some more of these bad boys. We're okay on small tubes and motors. Interior plates, let's queue up a 1,000 of them as well. But yeah, okay, so let's grab our conveyor. And unfortunately, oh, whoops, that's not good. Drop that. Unfortunately, there's still no, well, still no, there haven't been an update, so of course there's no new blocks, but I'm still kind of missing, like, you know, the equivalent to the T section, but instead of like this, one of these, the left or the right goes up, so you have like a C with an upwards kind of pipe. It would be nice. But then again, more blocks would always be nice. So kind of weird complaint, I suppose. But yeah, it just would make things look a lot smoother. That's, you know, my complaint, so to speak. But then again, that's the problem with games like this, like Minecraft, like any of these block-based survivor games, that what should you focus as a dev? Should you just focus on more like blocks types, more decorations? Should you focus more on new like gameplay concepts? Or what is the focus, right? I think that's probably a really difficult decision, because here for Space Engineers, there's like, I think, several groups of people. Some wish that the game would have straight up more content, and content as in, you know, let's say AI, planets worth exploring with cool ruins and maybe loot that you can only get from those planets. And there's other people who just basically treat this as a building simulator, and they just wish for more options, more decorations, more, you know, just more in that category, essentially. Ooh, this is actually gonna be awkward. I might have to drill through that. We'll take a look at that in a second. But yeah, I mean, then you'll stand there as developer and you'll have to make a decision, and I can guarantee you, whatever decision you make, it's gonna be the wrong one, essentially. That's the kind of unfortunate situation oftentimes with things like that, that whatever you decide, you're gonna piss off a lot of people. Because, you know, everybody has their own opinion on what is really important in a game like that, and if we all could just get what we want, right? That would be so nice, but that's not how the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. I mean, obviously you can say you can do a lot of things yourself if you know how to mod stuff, because, you know, there's a lot of, like, modding potential for this game, obviously. And a lot of, like, let's say, decorative stuff has been solved by modders, it has to be said. A lot of modders have done great things for, you know, decorative things that later on often were then converted to actual DLC stuff. Because I'm pretty sure I remember things like weapon cabinets and stuff like that, that was distinctively in my mind was a mod at one point. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I remember that wrong. But there's a lot of like... Ooh, that's bad. I thought that the rock smothered me or something, but yeah, okay. But yeah, there you go. Let's see what we can get done today. Probably not much more than what we already have here, but we'll try. We'll try to connect this stuff here. I got a bit off, well, off-center. I started off-center pretty much, looks like. Try to, there we go. That's nice. That will be the hole we want. This is not the hole you're looking for, says the Jedi. Okay. Okay, let's try and keep this... wait, yeah, that's actually right. Upwards. And over. One. Oh, okay. We'll have to kind of dig this out a little bit, otherwise we cannot place anything on it. There we go. That should probably do the trick. Up and over. One like that. We'll have to place some steel blocks here as well, just to make this a bit more coherent here. There we go. The little zigzag here again. Yeah. There we go. We're on course. Then right now we're just gonna plop a junction down here because we know it's gonna go around the corner eventually. Right. Let me just try and sink all my stuff in here. I think I'm pretty much empty. Let's pick up stone while we're already floating around. There we go. Can put that in here. Let's just gather some stuff. Just pump that into the pipes here. Go, emptying out all our inventory. There. Let me also gather some more steel, because we need to make a few adjustments in the area here, right here, because yeah, there we go, we have a few unfinished things here. That goes like this, I believe. Oh, yeah. Go, that's fine. Then the small ones as well. Yes, okay, now we're talking. That looks good. That looks good. Okay. Let's try and put some of our components in here. Alright. Let's try to get this as far as we can today. And then next time we can start or finish on the next solar rotor group, or whatever we want to call it. Let's see, we'll just grab more of these, a few of these. Let's go. Finish up all these nice pipes. Maybe next time we're actually gonna upgrade our production facility, because again, I think it's too slow at the moment. We still should be in good enough energy to sustain that stuff, I think. Okay, we're empty. What is the last thing we needed here? Construction components, and then we ran out of motors and small tubes as well. Okay. Alright, let's get 200 of those. Well, 150 of those, and there we go. That's a good set of components. I kind of want to finish the pipe at least right now. That would be awesome. Looking good, looking good. Now we're running out of interior plates. That's interesting. Okay, we'll need a run with interior plates as well then. Okay, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Maybe I'll also install some lights in the future as well. Again, I want to make this base at least look semi-livable. That's the right word here to use. But yeah, also, again, keep the machine busy. I think that is probably a good thing to do, right? Always keep it busy. Right. There's one down here that we haven't finished. There we go. Oh, now we're missing motors, apparently. More interior plates. Oh, we're missing all of it, really. But we're almost done. We're almost done. That's nice. Okay. Get that. Let's get that. Let's get that. That zigzagging snake line up here. Already out of motors again. Let's see how far we can get with the other stuff. Interior plates, and then construction components, and then tubes. Okay. So we have our priorities right. Okay, motors. Hold on. There we go. Hopefully that will work. Get us far.
Energy low.
Try not to miss any of these underground pipes. Alright. After that we'll do like a motor only round pretty much. Well, we'll need a little bit of everything, but lots of motors. Let's get like 60 of these motors. Then a few more of other components as well. There we go. That should help us finish this off. And then I wanted to say halfway there, but I think we're a bit over halfway up the hill. The next step shouldn't be as labor intensive as this one. And more motors. I'm actually gonna add these to the build planner so we know exactly how much we need. Go.
Energy critical.
Well, and now this one is not finished yet. Oh, hold on, that's dumb. That's kind of dumb. We need one of those. Yeah, otherwise we will not be able to build a nice little solar tower on top of that. Right, let's see. Gonna do it like this. Gonna grab that. Add it to the build planner, get that, withdraw. Then we can place it just up there. Rear junction. Plop. Good. So that's ready for the next solar tower. So there's 1, 2, 3, then there's gonna be 4 up here. And then maybe we're gonna place it like all the way back here so it doesn't really interfere with the other solar tower down here. We'll see. We'll see from the sky, from the size and the scale, how well this works. But yeah. And then I think, you know, maybe around here or maybe somewhere up the hill here we'll have a habitat of some sort. But then again, I think next time something we have to focus on to make this a little bit more bearable is to maybe add some more of these bad boys. Add a second string of assemblers. Because at the moment there are... The production is not as fast as I wish it would be. It's good, but not good enough. So I think at least the second string of these assemblers will put up. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and take care.